Hi, I'm Lynn Sternlicht.
And I'm Aaron Sternlicht.
We're co-founders of Family Addiction Specialists based in New York City. Today, we're going to spend some time with you to really educate you on symptoms and signs to look for when it comes to excessive online gambling, as well as practical solutions and tips and tools to help you get through this difficult time together.
COVID-19 is causing significant problems all across the world and causing unique challenges in all of our lives. One such area it's impacting us is in our mental health and addiction-related issues. Specifically, we have been seeing an uptick in gambling problems. There are many reasons for this, some that are obvious and not so obvious. One major trigger for gambling addiction is loneliness and boredom, as well as stress, anxiety, and low mood. These have all been heightened during this time.
It's really important to engage in self-care. This is definitely the most crucial time to engage in self-care, challenge and stimulate yourself physically, mentally, psychologically, getting some exercise, even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes, because we're not really supposed to be confined and isolated for a long period of time, right? So to make the best of this quarantine and pandemic, we must engage in self-care and we must be more vigorous and disciplined.
Working from home removes a lot of the barriers and safety nets that people have that can help them manage their gambling. For example, there's no supervisor to check in on you, there are no colleagues there for support, there's no one there to catch you in the act of gambling, there's increased downtime, and there's also no online blocking software that can help prevent gambling that some businesses have in place.
More importantly, if you notice that you have gone too far, please limit your screen time, whether it's TV, websites, social media, apps, phones.
As sports have shut down during this time, people have switched from sports betting to online casino gambling. This is problematic because online casino gambling is more accessible and it's riskier. So for example, while only about 1.2% of the population who gamble experience a gambling disorder, that number increases to 9.2% when you focus on casino gambling. One area that I want to touch on is suicide. That is because of all the addictions, be it drugs, alcohol, or any other addiction, gambling has the highest rate of suicide.
If you're feeling lonely and isolated, you're probably not the only person who feel that way. There are lots of people who will hear you, understand you, and empathize with what you're going through.
Especially during this time, as many individuals are isolated and feeling a sense of loneliness, as well as heightened financial concerns and economic global concerns. If you feel any sense of suicidal ideation, please reach out for help. There are many signs of gambling addiction. For example, if you find yourself betting more frequently or betting in larger amounts to get the same desirable effect, or perhaps you've had unsuccessful attempts at cutting back on your gambling, or if gambling have negatively impacted any of your relationships or any area of your life, then these are signs and symptoms that you may have a gambling problem.
If you also notice that you tend to gamble because you believe gambling, that next win, the next hit is going to fix your financial problems, that's a pretty risky and dangerous path to walk into. If you're struggling with financial issues, this is a perfect time to get in touch with financial advisor and planners. They'll be happy to help you.
So some things you can do right from home are try to distract yourself. So instead of turning to gambling, try to find some other enjoyable activity in order to fight off some boredom.
There are also teletherapy options available. If you felt intimidated or shy away from getting help or seeing a therapist in the past, this is a perfect time to initiate the process, because through Zoom, FaceTime, and phone calls, this is less intimidating time to engage in teletherapy. If you also notice that you tend to gamble to numb unpleasant and negative feelings and memories, it's a perfect time to engage in telemedicine and teletherapy.
We also emphasize a holistic approach to healing, so try to eat more nutritious meals, Try to be a little bit more active, doing exercise from your home. Try doing some meditation. All those things will help you feel a little bit better and make you less likely to engage in gambling. If you believe that you or a loved one has a problem with gambling, one of the most effective things you can do is seek out professional help. Do an online search for a therapist that specializes in gambling addiction in your area.